Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another episode of our series Men Matter Too. And in today's episode, it is heavy but it is necessary. Welcome to our seventh episode, which is Men and Suicidal Thoughts. Every minute, a man somewhere is thinking of ending his life. But the question is, how does suicidal thoughts look like? Welcome and join me as we talk about this before it is too late. Kindly make sure you watch until the end. This might save a life. Welcome. So, globally, suicidal rates are very high in men than in women. Yet, men are the least likely to ask for help or to talk about their feelings. The pain is there, the pain is so much intense, but it is buried in shame, in fear, and because they don't want to appear weak in public. They don't want to appear vulnerable in public. Suicide isn't selfish, but it's a final escape from the pain that felt so much unbearable and so much invisible. And to our question today, how does suicidal thoughts look like? Let's see. Not everyone who is suicidal looks depressed. There are some signs which you need to look out for in yourself or even in someone else. And because I did not want to forget any of these points, kindly allow me to refer to my notes. So, number one of these signs is suddenly withdrawing or going quiet. Someone who was social, someone who was all out, someone who was free with you suddenly goes quiet because they feel like now they're coming to an end. Okay, then giving out possessions. Now that someone knows that they will not need any of the possessions that they have, they end up or they start giving out whatever they have, be it furniture, be it clothing, be it basic needs, so some also even start sharing out or even giving out their shelter or their houses for resident or for rental or even for sale. Another one is talking like they are a burden to you. Like someone will say, you'll be better, you will be better off without me. This is someone who has reached their end and they want you to start seeing how you can easily survive even without their presence, because they already know that they are about to end their lives. So that is how they'll start telling you. Then reckless behavior, like you'll find that if someone is driving, they end up all of a sudden increasing the speed of the vehicle, because after all they just want something to end their lives. Okay, so they start engaging in so much risky and also so much fatal behavior. Another one is sudden calm after a long struggle. It could be a sign that a decision has already been made. Someone who has been really struggling, be it a disease, be it an addiction, be it some kind of or any sort of suffering. Someone who has always fought each and every day. They wake up in the morning and they still fight and fight to be a better person. They still fight with hope that they're going to be fine. Then all of a sudden they reach a point and then they are just calm. They no longer fight anymore. They no longer hope for a better them. They no longer hope for a better tomorrow. It basically means that this person has already made a decision. They have already decided, now it's me. I'm no longer going to fight anymore, and I'm just done with everything. So that is someone who is about to end their lives. And those are the points that you need to watch out for yourself also, or even for someone who is closer to you. So sometimes it is not even about wanting to die. Most of these people who are committing suicide, they are not doing this because they want to die. No, it's just about not knowing how to keep living. This means this person who is committing suicide, it is a person who has fought and fought and fought. but they have reached a point where they feel like they don't have energy, they don't have strength, and they even don't know how or which means they can use to fight anymore. They don't know how they can fight anymore. This is someone who has struggled for so long. They have struggled, they have done their best, they have given their best, they have done what they at their own limit or at their power they could have done, and then they reach a point and they feel like I don't have any other thing to do. I don't have any other means to use to fight anymore. So they will commit suicide, not because they want to end their lives, not because they want to die, but basically because they don't know how they will wake up tomorrow and fight again. Okay? So, conclusion, what do we conclude in all of this? What do you do if you or someone that you are so close to feel this way? What happens in case such things happens to you or such things happens to someone who is closer to you? Number one, of how, just allow me, I did not want to forget any of this because this is a very critical topic. So allow me to refer to my notes today. So if you feel or if you see or if you notice any of these signs, number one of something you should do. If you feel this way, please hear me out. Number one, you are not weak and you are not vulnerable. And this is to all men, because men will always feel vulnerable when they want to ask for help, and they will always feel like I am becoming a burden, and these people will see me as a weak person. That is why they never want to ask for help. So today I am telling you, you are not weak. If you feel like you cannot do this anymore, if you feel like you need help, remember that you are not weak. You are the strongest person, because you have always fought, you have always struggled, you have never asked for help, but at this time you really need help. So do not fear, and just know that you're the strongest person in this world. Another one is, you are not alone. My brother, let me tell you, at that point that you are in now, at this breaking point that you are in now, just imagine and just know that your best friend is in the worst position than you. Just like only that they cannot open up to you because they feel like you're feeling. They feel like they will be seen as as a weak person. That is why they are not talking it out. But believe me, when you go to him and or when you go to them, that group of men, and just be the first person to talk it out, believe me, you will just come home at peace, because you will even be shocked on what your fellow men are passing through or are going through. You might be in a better position than them. Then another one, you are not beyond help. Yes, you are not beyond repair. If I was to say, if we as human beings were to get repaired, okay, you are not beyond help. There is always a way out in everything. As long as we are human beings, as long as we are in this world, there will always be a way out. So do not feel like this is the end of the life. No. If it is a sickness, if it is a disease, if it is financial struggle, if it is a drug and alcohol addiction, whatever sort of struggle it is, you are not beyond help. And just to mention, you are not beyond repair. There is always a way out to all of this. So in case you are at this point, you are at this situation, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to start, you can reach me out in my description box. I will leave my WhatsApp number. You can always text for professional help, for professional assistance, and I will do my best to make sure that whatever I cannot do, me as a qualified and a professional nurse, I will link you up with a counselor or with someone who will just help you and guide you to get out of whatever addiction or whatever struggle you are in. Another thing is, there are people who still want you alive and whole. Yes, remember, you're not living for yourself only, and this is not only to men but to everyone out there. You as a woman, you as a young man, you as a young lady, you as a man, you are not living for yourself. Even Christ himself never lived this world for himself. He just came to live because of us as human beings. And that is why we give, it's like a cycle, you know. I remember our parents once said that we gave birth to you, so make sure that you do the same in return. So they gave birth to you, they raised you, they never raised you for themselves. No, they raised you so that you can also go out there, get a family for yourself, and also give birth to kids. It is like a cycle. So remember, you're not living for yourself. We are a lot out here who want you alive. You might be a stranger to me, but remember, you can be of so much help to me. So you're not living for yourself. You live, being alive means a lot to me, even as a stranger. Okay. And you have seen, let me give an example of whatever is happening nowadays, especially with our country, Kenya. You have seen how strangers, especially the young people, the Gen Zs, they are just dying to help each other. A stranger helping a stranger crying because of a stranger crying with another stranger. So remember, you are not in this alone. So you should not give up. You should not put yourself or end the life just because you yourself, you feel like you cannot do this anymore. No. Another thing is, call a crisis line or mental health center. You can Google. Nowadays, Google has everything. In case you feel like you're getting into this, you're getting into suicidal thoughts and all that, just call out for help. You can call 911, an emergency number, or rather, you can just Google any mental facility. Just call them. Just get the number from the Google. Call them. Just tell them, I just want someone to talk to. I feel like I cannot do this anymore. I feel like I am at the edge of everything and of losing my life. Just call out someone. As you're watching this video, I'm saying there is a number there. You can just text, hi, this and this. I saw your content somewhere about this and this, and I feel like I want to talk to someone. I never fail to reply to any of the messages or any of the content, as long as it is a genuine message and you're calling out for genuine help. Okay. So, in case you cannot call out something or take yourself to the mental health facility, you can talk to someone. Find someone you trust, a friend, a family member, or a counselor. A lot of people will say the reason why I opt to be silent and have always been silent is because I don't have anyone I can trust. I had my best friend. I talked myself out to her or to him, and all they did was to go and criticize me in public. I trusted a family member, I trusted my parent, my brother, my sister, my whoever, but all they did is this and this and this. I do not negate that, and this one I know it is happening. And a lot of people are ending their lives just because they were criticized, just because of when they thought that they are opening up. Kumbe, things turned otherwise. That the person they thought they trusted ended up breaking the trust and ended up criticizing them. So I know it happens. And that is why now we as professionals come in, because we took an oath with the Bible. We took an oath that, and we know there are rules that we know and we understand so much well that the patient's information should always be confidential. As long as you tell me you are a husband, you're coming to tell me this and this about your wife, and you've told me that, make sure, Nurse Esther, make sure that this information remains confidential. My wife should never know. That is what I took an oath for, to make sure that I am keeping your information confidential. So that is why I always insist, in case you no longer trust anyone, come for a professional help. Like, go for a professional help. Go to someone who you are not even attached to. I am a stranger to you. I will help you, and whatever will attach me and you is now this professional thing that we will be doing, the professional advice and counseling I will be giving you. And that is how maybe you will end up getting a friend from me, or getting yourself a friend from whichever facility you will go to. So if in case you don't trust anyone else around you, trust a professional counselor, a professional nurse, a professional doctor, with no other strings attached. This one I am specifying and underlining in capital letters: professional help and counseling. Then another thing is go to a hospital if you are in immediate danger. Sometimes maybe you are trying to commit suicide, you're trying to take a poison and all that, but it didn't go through. Make sure that you rush to the hospital to get immediate help. If you are in any sort of danger, any kind of danger, make sure you get some help immediately, especially in a hospital. Not at home, not in a friend or whatever, just go to a hospital. Then write your thoughts, let it out somewhere safe. The reason why suicidal thoughts are high in men rather than in women is because most of the time and most of the cases, women will always find a way of expressing themselves. And I gave an example somewhere in a video, in a previous video, of how women have a lot of how women have a lot of notebooks and a lot of, like me, I guess I have, I don't know how many diaries. And sometimes when you feel like you are at the edge of everything and something is really distracting you or disturbing you, what a lot of ladies will do, they'll just sit somewhere silent. They'll go somewhere, maybe for a nature walk or somewhere under a tree, and they'll write down all the thoughts that they have, and all the like whatever they are feeling. So that is one way of healing, totally healing. When you're doing that, when you're writing down your thoughts, it is a way of totally healing. So make sure that at least you also do that. If you don't have someone, if you don't trust anyone to talk whatever you have, if you can't talk it out, make sure you write it somewhere. Make sure you write your thoughts somewhere, and that will be a way of pouring out your feelings. Okay. So guys, that is it. That is it. Just don't still give up. Choose this day, choose today, choose another day, then choose another day, then after that choose another day, and that is how you'll end up living. And if you know of someone who might be struggling with suicidal thoughts, please don't wait for them to come to you. If you're there and you know that I am suffering, don't wait for me to come and ask you for help, because it might be too late when you're still waiting for me. Just go for them. Now that you have realized that I am struggling maybe with a certain thing or even the suicidal thoughts, come to me. Just reach out to me. Just come to me. Don't wait for me to come for you, because I might not be able to come to ask for help, because I'm at the verge of everything. I'm at the end of everything. Then ask direct questions. So when you are this is an advice I want to give everyone now, in case you're dealing with someone who is not only with suicidal thoughts, but someone who is stressed, someone who is in depression. Always make sure that you ask direct questions. Direct questions like, are you thinking about hurting yourself? Because remember, it is you who is healthy, but you have noted that someone is not okay, someone is not doing well. So you should just ask direct question. Are you thinking of hurting yourself? And when this person has given up, they will definitely tell you that, in fact, not even hurting myself, I just feel like I want to end my life. I just want to end my life. I just want to die. Okay, so make sure that when you're dealing with such a person, you ask direct questions so that you may know the kind of help that you're going to offer them. Then stay calm. When you're dealing with someone who has some mental issues, stress, and all that, just stay calm when you're dealing with them. Stay with them. Do not leave them, because you don't know how far they are with the thoughts of hurting themselves. So stay calm, stay with them, help them find support. Don't be the one, that person who always advise someone, can't you go to this and this hospital? Can't you do this and this? Even try to even Google for them that hospital, try to call on their behalf, call that hospital, tell them, my friend, I have a friend at home who is this and this and this. I was calling to ask, how can we help him, or how can we help her? So be the one to help that person even get more and more support. Then, every life, these are just some few points I want to read out. Every life matters. It doesn't mean whether it is the life of a young boy, whether it is the life of a man who has a family, whether it is the life of a man who doesn't have a family, whether it is the life of a child, whether it is the life of a woman, a widower, a widow. whoever it is, every life matters. And every man matters. Just like every life matters, even you as a man, every man matters. Whether you are a deadbeat dad, whether you are a deadbeat man, whether you are a useless man, that man who the society is calling useless, whether you are whoever you are as a man, you matter and your life matters a lot. Remember that. If you are in pain, please speak. In case you are in any sort of pain, get someone to speak to. In case you don't have a family member you're close to, in case you don't have a best friend that you are close to, kindly get a professional help. Get a professional person who you can speak out to. And when you talk it out, it is the first and the best way of healing. That is the always the best and the first the way of healing yourself, especially with the mental issues, with stresses and depression. If you are concerned for someone, please act. If you're there and you have noted that person A is in problem, is in trouble, is struggling, especially psychologically, mentally, is stressful, be the one to act. Please act, because by the time you're buying time, by the time you're saying let me wait, if maybe this person will come and ask me for help and all that, you might find that it will be too late. If you are concerned for someone, please act. We are saying you are the one to act. Don't wait for that person to come to you. Don't wait for that person to come and ask for help to you. Be the first person to act. Be the one to realize that this person is in trouble and this person needs help, and be the one to act. Help them so that they can get support, the support they need or the care they need. And if you have watched until this point, thank you so much, because this was not in vain. This will save a life somewhere. Kindly, please make sure that not only for men, this is a series for men, yes, but this will apply to everyone, even for women. In case you have realized that someone has suicidal thoughts, kindly, please just save that life. Just do your best to make sure that you link them up with the help they need. Remember, this man might be smiling, but deep down them, they have given up. They are done. Please, let's end this silence. Men will always be quiet, but we as ladies, we have been given a special, like a special grace or a special favor by God to be able to realize when this man who is near you, when this man who is your husband, when this man who is your brother or a friend is about to like is at the end of everything. So kindly let's end the silence, let's speak out, let's give support to these men, to our men, so that they can rise up again and they can opt to choose a day and another. And I want to read something here. He doesn't always say it, but he might be thinking about it. He might not always say that he wants to end his life, but he might be thinking about it. Suicide doesn't start with an action. It starts with pain of silence. Okay? Pain, a lot of pain, which is hidden in silence, which is hidden in shame, which is hidden in fear. Okay? That is how suicidal thoughts start. So let's take a step. Let's talk before it is too late. So thank you so much for watching. Until our next video, kindly remember to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, kindly remember to offer me your support by subscribing, liking this video, and leaving a comment in the comment section. Just tell us what you think about the video, and also maybe in case there is something you need me to talk about, especially with this series of Men Matter Too, kindly drop it there in the comment section. And until our next episode, thank you so much, and it's a bye for now.